Her husband committed suicide 3 years into their marriage. I've been sitting next to her for 2 hours and I have to ask, how did he last that long?
Yeah, on the Roast of Kevin Hart on Sunday, Tony Hinchcliffe brought up the fact that Sheryl Underwood's husband committed suicide in 1990.
I was in the Air Force Reserve, and they were getting ready to mobilize my unit to go in the Desert Shield and Storm. I'm sorry if I got it in reverse. It's been a really busy night, but my husband killed himself August of 90. So what they're talking about is his suicide over 30 years ago.
Sheryl was in the Air Force, but she couldn't fly. And neither could her husband, who jumped off.
Host Shane Gillis also referenced it in his intro to Sheryl.
Who jumped off a building and he died from that. I swear to God, I called her before this to ask if that was okay. I would have never done that.
And yeah, Sheryl confirmed that on the Don Lemon Show on Monday, and also said that Tony approached her beforehand as well.
There was a team of us and rehearsing things that we could say and what the parameters were. Tony came to me at the luncheon at Ted Sarando's house, the owner of Netflix, the run all of Netflix. And he said, I just want to talk to you. And we spoke. And then Shane called me personally. It was the respect that they had for the situation. I said, but your jokes better be funny. They better be funny. And if they're not funny, I will get you.
Yeah, so Sheryl seems to suggest that they didn't tell her what the joke was going to be. They just told her, hey, I'm going to do a joke about your husband committing suicide. She said, okay, it better be funny.
True roast comedy. It's not for mainstream domain. But you're talking about Netflix.
Well, Sheryl was seen laughing at both jokes, but you could say that she got them when she took the mic.
You think you hurt my feelings by talking about my dead husband? My husband only died once. You die every night with them whack-ass jokes you be telling. But yes, Shane, I'm talking about you when I say retard. I know people love me and feel like they went too far. I think they did exactly what they needed to do, because we wouldn't be talking about mental health right now.
I don't think Tony nor Shane were thinking, the reason I'm going to do this joke about Sheryl's husband committing suicide is so then Sheryl can go on and do interviews next day talking about the stigma surrounding mental health. Yeah, that'll be great. No. I don't know why Sheryl's giving them that credit, but no, that's not what they were thinking.
It allows us to open up the discussion about mental health and men who are bearing the burden of life, especially Black men who bear the burden of life. And we're being told as people, you don't need therapy. You can handle this yourself. We do need therapy. We do need medication. God. We do need God. And people need to understand that these things happen.
Yeah, there's no way that when they approached her and told her that they were going to do a joke about her husband committing suicide, that Sheryl thought, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, go at it. That'll be great. Can't wait to hear them. Of course not. Like, I think the thing we need to keep in mind here is that they were all paid to be part of this. It's a paid gig for all the comedians. So, I mean, not that this is explicitly said to them, but I mean, yeah, they sign up for the gig, and that gig is to, get up there and roast other people, but it's also to sit there and take the roasting of you as well.
What did you think about the Sheryl Underwood husband joke?
Well, yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal.
Sheryl probably just thought, well, okay, I have to put up with it. And also, she's a big, celebrator of the freedom of speech. So she's out of the philosophy of, okay, let, a comedian tell whatever joke they want, and it's up to the audience to, give them their verdict if they like it or not.
Freedom of speech is alive today. It shows that we can all come together and crack jokes on each other and still respect each other.
It is surprising to me that after the fact, Sheryl didn't express any kind of, dislike or disapproval of the joke. Because, Tony's joke was, your husband killed himself because he couldn't stand to be around you any longer. Like, that's what his joke was. So for Sheryl not to have any problem with that, it's kind of strange. But, Sheryl's a Christian, so maybe it's her whole philosophy of, I'm not going to judge you, God will judge you. I don't know. Yeah, what did you think of Tony and Shane's, really unnecessary roasting of, Sheryl's husband committed suicide?
Her husband committed suicide 3 years into their marriage. I've been sitting next to her for 2 hours and I have to ask, how did he last that long?